I think it's like.
He's now going. Man, it's so terrible that my wife left. I'm completely free.
I poisoned her with black pill.
Yeah.
And here you can do whatever
This is what he's doing. He's admitting to a murder in code.
Dude,
Yeah,
that would
right?
actually be fucking brilliant. Guys admits to everything in code.
Yep.
Because I have 400 buttons!
Let's hit the button.
Should we hit the button?
Bump, 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 bump. Welcome to the show! It's a SKIDS Podcast. I am Shane Kopke. I'm here with Kenny McGinnis and Tim Gage.
Hello.
That's all I'm going to do.
There it is. That was a fucking awesome opening right there. And again, your Kevin McNichols impersonation.
Dude, seriously, I didn't realize I was going to be this good at.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
You're typically not the person that does voices, but this one's yours.
I don't know how to do voices, but I'm Kevin McNichols.
It's fucking uncanny.
More and more retarded.
my Kevin McNichols impersonation is just, I don't know, dropped on the head one too many times after, what is it, infant alcohol syndrome.
And a couple of hits with a baseball bat.
No, the head hits are already there, Kevin. You don't need to describe what they were.
Extra
We're not
ones,
trying
too.
to get anyone in trouble here.
We're getting specific.
We should not get specific about your retardation.
My doctor sure does.
That one's been canceled, hasn't it? Retarded.
Probably. Yeah, but we're taking it back, Tim.
we
I think
should
we
bring
should
We're
some
take
taking it back.
We should get that one back.
Dude, you guys ever watch any of the Kill Tony stuff?
Yeah, they're great.
I've never heard of it.
I can't remember the comic's name, so that's going to suck. But he got Shane Gillis pretty good because he's a guy with cerebral palsy.
Okay.
And he talks through his phone, right? So that's how he actually does his comedy. He has the phone fucking talk for him.
Oh, like,
and then he'll animate things and stuff in the background, right? And he had one for Shane, and he's like, "Oh, Shane, you're not going to be mean to me?" And he's like, No, I'm not going to be mean to you. He's like, "Really? Come on, go ahead and say something mean." And then he finally does, and his fucking thing was, "Shane, I looked up to you. You were a big inspiration for me to become a comic until I realized you're not retarded." Now I'm paraphrasing, and it's not dead on,
He
but
comments that a lot on his stand-up.
Yeah.
It nicked me. It nicked me.
I just like the one where he talked about going to the football game where he crossed over into that section.
And they just let him in.
And they're just like, "Oh, one got away. One was wandering," And they came, "No, your seat's over here." And he's wasted, so he's already got the look of like kind of cross-eyed. And yeah.
Take advantage.
That guy's fucking hilarious.
Take full advantage. That
You
guy.
see he's now the face
an
of
incredible wit.
Bud Light?
Yeah. They're trying to make a comeback.
Trying.
And using Shane Gillis to do it. I'll bet he's making fucking bank.
Of
for
course.
it, too.
Dude, one of the things that I liked about Gillis, it was after all the controversy happened, he was like, "Dude, that's my beer that I drink. I don't care."
Yeah.
I respect that.
Well, and you hear now they're trying to bring him back on Saturday Night Live as a host.
Oh, he'll never do that.
I guess he might be.
Oh,
That's
well,
what I
If
heard.
the money's
wait,
right,
wait,
why
yeah.
the fuck
Wait.
wouldn't he?
You mean just a host a night?
hosting
yeah,
it. Yeah.
that he'll do.
Yeah.
I could see that. But if they ever offered him to come onto the show, no, he's
As a
he's
writer
make-
or as a
as anything.
as a consistent
He would never do it now.
cast member?
He would never do it now.
No,
He didn't need to.
Well, that's what I mean. That would be like you go, "Hey, Joe Rogan, you want to come and make like $30 an hour, or do you want to make your $250 million that you just signed?"
Kevin, what would you do?
Well, Kevin's stupid. Don't ask him.
No, I want to know.
Oh,
I take the
I
fucking
take
money.
the money. I'm Kevin McNichols.
That's right. That is more money.
Damn right.
Which number bigger?
That's why I was asking. We need a Kevin clarification on that
This
one.
is definitely
A Kevinication.
Look, people are gonna hate this or like this. And
It's starting
probably
to get,
hate.
It's starting to get alleged, but by all means, run it to the fucking ground, dude.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm taking this trade center down.
I mean,
Jesus. Too soon.
It's not even September yet.
That's what I'm saying. Wait for September when it really hits.
Yeah, that's my bad.
so some shit's going down.
Okay, cool. Next
No
subject.
way. No
Next
fucking way.
Going away. Xbox is possibly going to go away.
Yeah,
it looks
I
like.
saw something about
Yeah, I'm
that.
perfectly
It's
fine
fucking
with that.
weird.
I am too.
I like it. I like the console aspect because
never
I
liked
like playing
Xbox.
consoles on
I
my
just-
TV.
I mean, it's like you could play all those games on PC, so why do you need an Xbox?
because you got a big screen TV and not a tiny ass.
Yeah, but you
screen.
can actually
You can
mirror
hook that up.
directly
Yeah.
out there.
Not nearly as good.
No, but it'll be better than whatever
No,
crap shit you
the
have.
console's fantastic on my TV.
No, I like having a console too. I'm just more into PlayStation. I've always been.
Yeah,
me
there's
too.
that camp. There's 4 camps now.
What are the other ones?
You got
I know
Nintendo,
Xbox and PlayStation.
you got Nintendo, Xbox,
Yeah.
PlayStation, and PC. Master Race.
Yeah, but PC I don't think compares to consoles at all.
Oh, you're talking consoles?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the big three.
That's what I was gonna say. I think
Yeah.
it's basically the big three, and Sony is more of the like for hardcore gamers. I would say
I'll agree with you. That they've got a lot better
That's-
titles.
that's-
versus
probably true,
like
yeah.
Nintendo, which is more of like I have kids,
Yeah.
I have a Nintendo.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of games that you can enjoy as an adult on it.
Sure,
but
sure. And
I
there's
think
also
that
like
it's more marketed.
there's
that way.
also like a lot of like party games and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's what I mean.
Nintendo and
I
shit.
think that has a completely
It's a
different
family
feel.
console.
And I think
Yeah.
that's why Nintendo's actually kept going.
Oh yeah, they
Because
actually,
I think they would have been dead a long
Well,
time ago
I
if they tried going the hardcore route.
True, I agree, and I think that's also they've right now. I'm pretty sure they're outselling all the others anyway.
well, they always will when it comes to consoles.
Yeah, well, they're also a lot cheaper than the other ones.
Yeah,
generally
that's-
yeah.
speaking.
That's
yeah,
true.
that's for sure.
You know?
What I heard though is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Xbox is going to release all its titles to every platform now.
Yeah,
Their
that's
exclusive
that's-
ones are now going to every platform.
Yeah, they're
So there's
gonna
no
be
reason to
doing
own an
that.
Xbox.
exactly.
Right.
That's why they say it's going away. Is because
This is why I told you you were stupid when you kept going, oh, I like Xbox.
I do.
Well, and all the Xbox
No,
fans.
I like Xbox.
a lot
That's
of
my
these-
Tim impersonation.
It's-
No, I like
You
Xbox.
gotta get
It's just
deeper.
they're both the same. I just do
You
and
just
then
You got to clarify who's who.
So a lot of the
no, I
Xbox.
don't. One's higher pitched.
So a lot of the Xbox like super fans are like freaking out online, like losing their shit.
Yeah, they're dumb.
Well,
I
again,
agree.
it's pearl clutching there too. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
not my Xbox.
Well, look
Come
at it this
on.
way.
Look,
It's like-
I'm still pissed about Atari.
Yeah, no shit. It's like, dude, consoles go away. That's it. Just
My-
the nature of technology.
My complaint was the Kinect. I think they could have gone so much further.
I know you've
with
said that a few times. I just don't agree with you. They were at the wrong time.
Well, I'm
completely
saying
wrong
they
time.
could have gone a lot further with it if they would have.
I know, but
kept to it.
they were at the wrong time. Didn't
Yeah.
get enough sales from it.
And they didn't have
well,
any third party.
As I understand it, Xbox had
support.
literally has lost money on every single console it's released.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah,
either.
it's not a profitable like they've actually said the Xbox console lost how many billions
Well,
in its first release?
Here's the funny thing
So
about
it
it too
makes-
is Xbox just did this big fucking buyout of was it Activision?
Activision, Blizzard, Bethesda, and I think a couple other ones.
But they
too.
did this big buyout to have these exclusives.
Yeah.
And they're now not going to have the exclusives.
Because they
Now
ain't making money.
Now I get it. It's probably cheaper in the long run for them to not have to worry about next gen technology to create it.
Yeah.
They can just build the games for it, and
Put them on any other system.
So
Yeah.
it might
Why not?
actually be profitable in the long
Yeah.
run for
I
them.
think that's the idea there. I
Well,
think that's a plan of them making them all.
And you know what? I
exclusive.
saw this video where this
Well,
guy
it's
broke
nice
down.
for me because I'm a PlayStation guy and I'm gonna have
Yeah.
all the games now.
Well, I saw this video where this guy broke down Microsoft's like how much money they make in the different departments they have and everything. And Microsoft's such a big giant company.
how much in the child
that-
trafficking from a very specific island?
He didn't get to that.
Oh,
one.
okay.
But Xbox
That's listed under.
well,
other.
hey, Xbox is the least profitable venture that they have.
Yeah.
Over everything else, it is literally the least profitable one. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean it's an inferior product.
He dipped his toes in it when he first started it, and it did have a different type of. The first Xbox, when it came out, did change a little bit about the platform of gaming.
Oh yeah,
in my opinion.
No,
I think up to 360 it was great.
Yeah.
The early Xbox, I remember being pissed about one game in particular, and I think it was Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, because on PlayStation it was fucking trash.
Yeah.
And it was a completely different game on Xbox.
Right.
And then you go to PC and it's a completely different game than all of them. The PC one was way better because it was first person.
It's going to be better.
It was also first person only. And I mean, like realistic physics and shit when it came to gunshots and all that shit. Although enemies would just murk you the second you got into
that was the other
view.
thing too, is that I remember with the original Xbox, You could play 4-player on the original, but then you could actually set it up as a LAN party with another Xbox somewhere else. And actually, that was the first time I was able to play online, was on an Xbox console.
Oh, for me, it was PlayStation 2.
But you had
Yeah, me too.
to have a computer, so you had to wire your Xbox Ethernet into your computer and then go on the internet
Yeah.
through your computer. But yeah, I was able to play LAN parties with my Xbox, which I thought was
you
fucking
don't have. It's just LAN.
especially
We don't actually
Halo.
say all the letters.
Oh yeah, dude. We used to
'Cause when
do
we played
LAN
Halo-
parties with Halo back in the day.
that was
yeah.
fucking fun.
It was a
as
blast.
Fuck, dude.
Dude, me and Kevin used to go to this LAN place all the time.
Oh, yeah, that was
was
fun.
fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Me flying around, Kevin is my gunner.
Yeah, no, Desert
He was
Combat.
always my gunner. So there was a mod for what is it, Battlefield 1942,
That's it.
and it made it all modern warfare.
Cool.
Right, so they took all the German shit out of it, and American shit, and British shit,
And it was basically like the Iraq War.
and
or
made it. Yeah,
something.
it was basically
cool.
all Iraq
Yeah.
War. So we're flying around in a fucking Cobra,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Kevin, just fucking hit everything that you see on the ground with that chain gun, and I'll fucking hit it with rockets if it's big.
Right.
And he's like, yep, no problem. We've fucking just annihilated
fucking
this.
That's
killed
so much
everything.
fun, man.
It was-
I miss
it-
days like that.
Well, that's the one thing that like people are never gonna have again is like the land shit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm sure like super heavy into like computer stuff. Probably not console guys, but people heavily into computer might do the LAN stuff from time to time. But you don't need to anymore.
No.
No.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why
almost
those
every
are-
game has enough players on it. That's the thing that sucks too is games that are dead. Fun games that are just
Yeah,
dead. They have like
Titanfall.
nothing.
Titanfall was so fucking fun.
I
Yeah,
never
I
played
heard
that
a
one,
lot
but
of
I heard
bad
about it.
things
Oh man,
about
it's
it.
a fucking blast.
I heard the
Online
second
was
one
so
was-
fun, and the second one's even better.
I heard the second one was really good.
It was
yeah.
amazing.
I never
mean,
got to play either of them.
But I can only play the story mode. No one plays it online anymore. That's
Yeah.
not something that you can log on and like there's thousands of players playing. No, it's like
Well, and it sucks too.
you sit there for 30 minutes and then someone's like, "Hey, someone else is playing this game. We could."
Well,
run
the
around
other
the
thing
same
that
map for an
sucks
hour and a half.
big time on that is when a game initially comes out, has a big group of people on it, and then just dies off within a month or two.
Yeah.
Well, our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter.
Well, yeah, but there's also bad games that come out, or games that have disastrous launches. Like Cyberpunk could have been that, right? But they actually went in and fixed all the things. I guess it's a good game now. But
Yeah,
there's a
that's
lot
what I
of
heard.
people that when they first got into it have such a sour taste in their mouth from that experience. They're just like, I'm not going back to it.
Yeah, and they never do. And you lose a big chunk of your,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I just saw a new game. It's called 3Days, and it's Ukraine versus Russia, and it's like the graphics look amazing. It's almost as good at graphics as what is that? Fuck, what was the name of that game? There's Body Cam, and then the other one, Unrecord.
Unrecord, yeah. Yeah.
So almost as good at graphics as those from what I've seen. Now this could just be polished up shit to
Sure.
make it look great, but they actually have the trench systems. When I first started watching this, I'm like, is that real? And then I realized, like, looking at it, I'm like, wait, the movements are way too mechanical for that to be real, but it's so close.
Yeah.
What's it called?
3Days is the name of it.
That's 89 cents.
That's
on
not the
Steam.
game. I know
Okay.
that there's another game with the same name.
All right. I'm trying to look it up.
I tried looking it up too.
I'm not
the
seeing
thing that
it
sucks.
anywhere.
3Days Russian game or Russian war,
So it's a PC game. Then. You're not gonna
Yeah.
play it on the platform.
and it's supposed to be coming out fairly
3 Days
soon.
Russian game is a search thing for it. Yeah.
But
yeah,
it looks.
I'm not seeing it at all. That's weird.
I just
Yeah.
keep getting 3A's grace.
It's a free game.
Let's
I
see.
think you're making that up, dude.
No, I've seen it
That's
multiple
fucking
times.
Nice. You don't appreciate that. Speaking of Russian, no, I'm not going to change the subject yet. I'm not Shane. That's going on a fucking tangent of 30 different things in 10 seconds.
Well, yeah, I don't know that it's something that you should scoff at. I have a superior brain to yours.
Yeah, it's called a disease, is what it's called.
It's not called a disease. It's called being smart. I'm sorry that I can only focus on one
It
thing.
just, well, it's kind of, I would say that's kind of a blessing to actually be able to focus on one thing for longer than, what, 5 seconds?
I'm sorry, I was somewhere else.
That's what I figured. You were out there. You were already fucking exploring the next 7 topics.
Yeah, I can't find it either. I think
Yeah.
it's because they named it. I just started seeing the post in Reels recently, so my guess is because there's already a game that has that name. it's not going to be found anywhere right now. They're going to have to put out more shit. But it looks like it's from, I don't know if it's a Russian company or a Ukrainian company that does it. But it's supposed to be you on the side of the Ukrainian side, so I'm guessing a Ukrainian company. Either that or a Russian company that's really sympathetic. But
Doubtful.
and it's I don't think it's PvP. I think it's just a PvE game. And you can just jump in and squad up with a bunch of people and then just go and attack fucking shit. It looks good, but a lot of those games that are like that end up, missing the mark.
Yeah.
Because they don't put in the right first-person shooter things that you want.
Mm-hmm. And they end up just being too much like another game.
What would that be? I mean,
Some of it's just simple things like where they either focus too much on being like Call of Duty when you're like, that's not the experience we're going for. Like a lot of tactical shooters, I don't want it to be like Call of Duty. That's not a tactical shooter. I think it was closer to a tactical shooter when the first Modern Warfare came out, but it veered so far from that.
They made it very futuristic regardless. Every single piece of equipment has got, it seemed almost unreal.
When they started doing, like, what was it, Modern Warfare 3, when you started having, like, keychains on your fucking gun and fucking, like, 18 attachments. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, first off, you're not running this fast with this big-ass thing. And there's no way you're fucking swinging to get to a target and it not moving past it. You're not that, like, even the, like, strongest dudes don't fucking, I just stop immediately.
Right.
And these games were kind of making it like you're a super soldier beyond super soldier. And it's like, I don't know. I didn't like, and then on top of it, all the extra like perks you'd get.
Could this be
it? Just made too many.
Here?
That looks like it right there.
Here? This one?
Yeah.
Jesus, how much searching did it take you to get that,
No
dude?
shit.
Operation Harsh Doorstop released about a month ago.
No,
Harsh
that's
Doorstop.
Operation Harsh Doorstop, completely different.
What's it
game.
called?
It said 3Days was the name of it. Maybe that is it.
The topic of realism in video games has been a controversial one for years now, with games like 6 Days in Fallujah.
Okay, so this is, I think, 6 days.
Revived,
yeah,
and just
but no,
controversy.
just let it go
for
a second. How long is it? It's only 6 minutes. It's fine.
Responding to a school
and that's Ready or
level,
Not.
Which
Fucking
led to
love that
websites
game.
like Kotaku basically making articles condemning the dev team. Mods for Operation Harsh Doorstop, bringing in things like Russian and Ukrainian forces, being asked if it's too soon and wondering if it goes too far.
Don't fucking change anything.
Quickly.
Just let it go.
Players got wind of another tactical FPS that's being developed by a team in Kiev, Ukraine.
Okay, so it is a
even though it's still
Ukrainian
early
team.
days,
Makes sense.
It's actually looking pretty good. I have all the details here, including
it
an
looks decent.
unsuccessful Kickstarter project.
This is earlier
game
stuff
info,
because the new
and
stuff
more.
looks
So
super
leave a like on the
polished.
video and subscribe for everything FPS related.
I don't like the fish
My
idea
name is
of
Big
it, though.
Fry,
I
and
can already get that
let's get
feeling
into
from
it.
Yeah, I think this is the game. And maybe that's
Before we get
also a
into the
working
details,
title
I do
too.
have to let you
It
guys
could
know
be.
about this month's BenQ
Maybe that's why we
giveaway.
can't find it.
Click
Maybe they
down
changed
below
the
to
name of
enter
it
for
or
a chance to
something.
win an EX270 to 27-inch 240 hertz monitor.
I can't
BenQ.
wait. I mean, there's
Mobius,
just so
they've been a
many
huge
games
supporter
that
of the
look
channel,
fun
and every month
coming out.
we have been giving away monitors from their incredible
that I just couldn't
lineup,
play 'em
with
all.
features like HDRI that automatically
I don't
adjust
like how that
colors
screen's
and
set up at
detail,
all.
creating the clearest picture, color, and shadow
You like how you can
depths.
be an eagle?
BenQ
Fuck
and
yeah,
Mobius
America!
lineup are
Oh,
the
God.
best monitors you can get for serious PC
He's doing an
gaming.
ad.
I've been a fan
We're
of
doing
this
an
since
ad
we
we're
that he's
enjoying
doing.
an ad
PC,
right
and
now
I'm
that
super
he's
psyched
adding
to be
for.
partnering
He's
with
getting
them
paid
now.
to
Hey,
do
that
it.
was,
The link down
uh,
below. Enter the giveaway and
that
check
was
out their
Blight,
entire lineup.
that,
And if you're in the
Blight
market
game.
for a new monitor,
Oh,
I urge
yeah.
you,
That
look
looks like
into
a good
That
game.
looks fucking
Let's
great.
get back to
Blight?
Glory to the
Yeah,
Heroes.
what was it?
So it's a
called?
single player
Something
and
Blight.
multiplayer military tactical FPS set within the Russian and
No, I
Ukrainian
wanna see
war.
that one
Let's start with the single player
first-person shooter
immersive
with the
story
containers in that
campaign.
building. It looked
According
fucking
to their
real as
Steam
shit.
page, in the
Yeah,
story,
that's- I
wanna see
you will
that.
find
Oh, it's
unrecorded
It's
fucking-
called
so you have
Glory to the
episodes about
Heroes
specific
now.
people, each of
Oh,
whom
is that
has
what they
a
changed it to now?
That's what he
skill
said,
and who's
yeah.
been
'Cause it was
participating
3
in
Days
specific
was the name of it
historical
initially.
events of
That
the
might have been
war.
the working
And while the war
title.
continues, these stories are personal ones. They're about people and
Oh yeah,
not
they actually
battles.
fucking
Now, I'd imagine
scanned
this
like
is
real
something similar
Ukrainian
to what
heroes
Battlefield
Oh my
and
did.
put them
gosh.
into the
Their
game.
war stories and their single player campaign in Battlefield 1, which is pretty cool, and it gives the players who might not want to dive into the multiplayer side of things, at least it gives you a chance to enjoy the
I
title.
remember
But
seeing
where
this
I
on
think this game
Battlefield.
is going to really
Yeah, I think
appeal
that
to the
was from
player base
Battlefield.
and
Yeah.
where I think the devs are actually
And maybe
putting a
he
lot of their
doesn't even
focus
have a lot
into
of the stuff
is
from the actual
multiplayer.
game.
Split into multiple squads of 8 each with a commander overseeing the battle,
Yuck, I
players
hate
must choose
squad-based.
tactics alongside other
thank you.
squads while battling invader strongholds on large open maps to succeed in the brutal and heroic scale of
I don't
the
know, dude. Games are
Ukrainian
just
front. Tactics
graphically
and squad
getting so good
cooperation are
that
the only way to defeat occupation.
If the game doesn't have
Now, in the
gameplay, you're
game,
just like
able to
done with it
choose
immediately.
Your
Yeah.
class and your
No matter how
faction where
beautiful
you
it
can
looks.
fight as Ukrainian defenders or foreign volunteers. Each formation has its own gear. Its
I
own
think I'd be on the
vehicles,
foreign
offering a
volunteers. I want
variety
an
of
M4.
experiences
Those fire
to
effects
choose
look pretty
from.
good.
You
Yeah.
can serve as a gunner, a medic, an anti-tank, a sniper, artillery gunner, or any other unit with your own gear. So while they
Yes,
have
run
classes,
directly
it
into the
sounds like you're
tracers.
also able to just
the fuck
customize
are these
your
guys doing?
character and
You don't do that?
play
I do that all
how
the
you
time in
want to
gaming. It's like,
play.
what are you gonna do,
There
hit
is
me?
You're like, oh
character
shit, I thought this was
customization and weapon
Pac-Man.
tuning that allows you to
Don't you
make your
grab
character
those?
look as you wish as well.
And
with
then you
things
get
like
to
different
be a
patches,
ghost.
clothes, armor, and more.
I will
You
say
can tune
this
your
though,
weapons with
I'd like to
different
see more
scopes,
damage
grips,
modeling,
suppressors
more
to create
Realistic?
environmental,
the build that you
yeah,
want.
more
And
environmental
according to the
damage
Steam
modeling.
page,
They
there's
really
over
need to step
60
that up.
different
Well,
rifles,
so I've been playing
pistols,
my
machine
flight
guns,
sim a lot lately. I was telling
SMGs,
Kevin
AA,
about this.
and AT guns.
But in the flight
there's also a
sim,
variety of ground and
when you
air
get hit by
vehicles
rounds,
used in the war,
it
so
actually
mechanized
sometimes can hit
warfare
the-
is definitely on the table
the
as
cables
well.
and shit
The
that
gameplay
go
you
to-
guys are
like,
seeing is
those
from
are all
their
modeled
YouTube
into the
channel,
plane.
and
See,
honestly,
that's
it does
cool.
look pretty
When they get
early,
details
and
like
at
that,
this point,
impressive.
I don't
It's
know,
fucking
Kate
great.
They went to
Impresses me.
Kickstarter last
If you have
year,
a
and after
50
3
cal hit
days,
one of the cables
project
for your, like,
reached
You're
a
fucked?
goal
Yeah.
of
You're like, oh, cool, my rudder's
$72,000
stuck to the right.
Yeah.
$8,
And now
which
I can't
honestly
land.
Isn't a lot to develop a game of this magnitude, but it is a small team. I hadn't even heard about this game, so I think a big problem they have is obviously their marketing, with only 92 backers jumping onto the
Yeah, I
project
didn't even
and
fucking know
bringing
about
in
it
around
until recently.
$15,000. I'm not one to shy away from realistic settings in video games, especially something as fresh as the Russian-Ukraine war, which is still ongoing. But I'm curious to see if the fake outrage machines start to wind up with this game like they did with 6 Days in Fallujah. I mean, if depicting the Battle of Fallujah
Fucking
is
looks
here
like
too
shit,
soon,
dude.
this is
Hey,
a game
there's
about
some
a war that is
destructible-
still happening right
some,
now. Or will it be
destructible
brushed
buildings
and
aside
shit.
because the developers are
gonna say, 'cause
Ukrainian?
this
I
doesn't look
don't
like that.
know. All I know
Okay,
is this game is actually shaping up pretty well.
You can
and it's
jump out of this
unfortunate
real
that
quick
their
if you want to.
Kickstarter wasn't successful
Look up this.
because I'd like to.
Because that doesn't look like it at all, dude. This, whatever's
CYBERNATION_team.
Well, what's
It's
on your
one
phone
word.
looks so fucking better than what that
Dude,
guy
this
was.
is what I was talking about. That looks great.
That looks really good.
When I first saw this, I was like, dude, is this real footage? Because it looked like the cam footage.
Yeah, the ragdoll looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The Trent.
And you can actually blind fire around corners in first person.
Should be
Okay,
able to do that.
so let's see here.
Just go to any videos from them.
They're all. Oh, there's a bunch of short ones.
Yeah, they're all shorts. We can watch 5 of them.
Nah, I ain't gonna watch 5 fucking.
No,
videos,
we're not
dude.
gonna watch 5 of them.
That's what I'm saying, Kevin. Thank you. Shut up, Shane. What the fuck
Just
are you talking about?
click on the first one.
I'm already
It's
done with this.
16
I don't
seconds.
know anymore about this. I'm so listening to.
This is early build. You can turn that down a little if you.
What?
But this is early build.
Yeah, it's jumpy as fuck, isn't it?
And then let's see if there's one. If I see it, I'll let you know.
You fucking
It
dorks.
should look like it's in a trench. And the one in the trench.
It's more of a blue and gray scene too, not
Yeah.
so bright and orange and shit like that. So if you see something bluey gray in a trench,
Are you clicked on videos or you just clicked on?
Yeah, it's on videos.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Because I know that sometimes it'll
Oh,
show
here,
you like
this one
15.
looks
That's
like it
in the
might be
trench.
There we go.
Yeah, check that one out. This is one. Right here.
Jesus.
Why do you have it so loud today?
No, it's them.
It's their shit.
It's at 100%.
It's fucking wild.
Look how he's fucking blind firing in first person. That's actually
Oh, yeah.
fucking cool.
Yeah, I like that. See,
But
that
this
looks
is what
clean.
this game. It's called 3Days, and I think they spelled days with a Z.
With the Z. That's why we weren't able to find it. Yeah.
Fucking assholes. That's why we thought that they just like, well, there's another game with it. Add a Z.
Put 2 Z's and an underscore.
Yeah. But that game looks fucking good.
It does look good. Yeah.
That's not the same. I don't think
So
that's the same game
The
as
other one looks good too, though.
The other one looks
Such
fun.
build up for
Yeah.
3 fucking seconds. Dude.
Yeah.
That's great.
Now
We
Kevin
did-
now Kevin has to find those later.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
no
he
shit.
did it like a 10-minute spot for
3
3-second video. That's fucking great.
No, but those games look pretty good.
That like I said, I just started seeing that pop up on Reels, and I'm like, what? Like I said, when I first fucking saw it, I thought this because I've watched a lot of Ukraine body cam footage and drone footage, and so I just thought that was part of my feed now. Like, oh, it's more Ukraine, fucking battlefield shit.
It brought something up that was similar.
And then, like I said, when I looked at it, the movements just looked a little too mechanical for it to be real life, but it was close.
Yeah.
Like that in one of the videos, you can actually see, because it's supposed to be a windy day in the game, like his fucking jacket he's wearing is actually kind of moving.
Oh, that's cool. So
And
they
like-
got the
like the-
realistic clothing
Yeah, like
effects.
the torn parts of his jacket were moving in the wind. So, which is another reason why I thought it was real at first. Like maybe not the highest quality video. Like instead of being 4K, it's probably like 2K.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, there's a little off, but it looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Well, obviously they're not showing a whole lot of it except for
No,
little
they've only
snippets.
showed super teasers. That's
Yeah.
it. You're getting nothing out of them.
Well, you brought up the Ukraine war thing, and it reminded me.
Is that going on?
Well, we talked about earlier. We were talking about Tucker Carlson going.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Russia to talk directly
Everybody's
to
all
Putin.
pissed about that.
Everybody's pissed that a journalist is trying to do journalism duty, and
Yeah, which journalists used to go talk to leaders of other countries all the time back in the day.
Yeah. Remember all the times Cronkite talked to Hitler?
yeah, it was,
Even though they were from different eras?
Right. Yeah, but I mean,
no,
Barbara Walters went and talked to Castro and shit, and did an interview with him back in the day. And,
yeah.
other people have interviewed Putin, like fucking.
I thought she
what's his name? The director, Oliver Stone. He did the documentary where he interviewed Putin
What about
for
Sean
like fucking
Penn?
4 hours.
Sean Penn went and talked to fucking. Oh god damn
Ukrainian.
it! No.
Oh,
and
you
no.
mean? Oh, you mean the other guy? The drug lord.
Yeah, what's his name? Fucking El Chapo.
El Chapo. Yeah,
They actually think that that's one of the reasons he got caught.
I heard that too. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, they've got the world leader, the leader of Ukraine is he on Emmys or something like that, or he's doing some.
What?
Our media is really taking over with this guy.
Did you smoke crack before that sentence?
No, I'm saying he.
I don't even know what you said.
What's the leader's name of Ukraine?
It's Zelensky.
Zelensky is doing like Dancing with the Stars and shit like that.
Is he fucking really?
Stuff like
Again,
that.
I'm beginning to think that I was joking when I said you did crack before this,
Zelensky.
but now I'm thinking you did. Find him Dancing with the Stars. I want to see that.
And what we're doing with Putin is like
If he's on Dancing with the Stars, I just
we've
give
made
up.
this guy like a war criminal. You know what I mean? Without hearing literally anything.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, it's like.
Yeah, but they've always been our enemy. This is why I hated it when there was a long stretch where like Russia's our friend. They've never been our friend. We weren't even friends in World War II.
We were allies because
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly
That's what
right.
we were.
Yeah.
Wait, this guy's only 46 years old? That's not right.
Yeah, Zelensky's not that old.
Holy shit, dude. I thought he was an old guy.
I like this. Now,
No.
Tim, this is the point where
He was like a comedian before he was president.
This is the point where Tim breaks internally.
I really am, dude.
Oh my God, this guy's the leader of a country,
He's only
and
2 years
I'm
older
the
than
same
me.
age.
That's fucking wild, man. How do you like that? That's
Wow,
insane.
wow, decisions do mean things.
That kind of handsome fella, too. Good for him.
Well, he's not doing so well.
What the fuck? Why'd that stop working? My mic stopped working.
That's not the first time that's
Probably
happened.
important, bud.
That was weird. But you do realize that he was a comedian
Yeah.
before he became the
How
president.
do you like that? No shit.
Yeah, he was a Ukrainian comedian, and then was like, "Fuck this shit," and then went out to get the vote, got the vote.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Dude. Good for him.
and,
Wow, I didn't know about
by
that.
all accounts, he ain't doing so good because, Ukraine is obviously losing the war, and now he's like pulling people off the streets and conscripting them.
Well,
and
it's
shit
because
like
he's
that.
now doing Dancing with the Stars. He fucking
yeah.
didn't have his head in the game.
Right.
We're idolizing.
Oh, I thought
this
you were
guy.
gonna go in. We are the world.
No, I'm just saying it's
We are
it's
the
interesting.
children.
The war itself is fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? It's the fact that we're sending so much money over there is frustrating. Number one.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
frustrating.
because Tim, you could have got a piece of that.
Well, my taxes are paying for it. You
Well,
know what I
also
mean?
the Ukrainian
I don't like
government.
that.
They're
Don't worry, we're
stealing
just borrowing
millions
it
of
from
dollars.
China, so it doesn't matter.
They're stealing millions of dollars of that money. The Ukrainian government is.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
wait.
covered A little bit of that.
That
Just-
happens in every war
Well, yeah. Still,
all the time.
Yeah.
It's still happening.
How many pallets of billions of dollars did we send to Afghanistan that
Right.
just went missing?
Right. it's all bad.
That
when
happened a lot.
happens.
Yeah, it did, and
It's because these fucking politicians wash their money through these wars.
It's also one of the reasons why a lot of people, or not a lot, but
good percentage.
a good percentage of people still think that like 9/11 was an inside job because the Pentagon got hit like right in the same spot where all the fucking records were for the thing that Donald Rumsfeld was talking about the day before. Yeah, we don't know where $2.1 billion went.
Well, and they fail their
blew it up,
audits
those
every
animals.
year.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know.
Trillions of dollars goes missing. We don't know what happened
We
to
had
it.
one wild weekend in Vegas, and, things happen.
$270 for sides.
You don't think hookers are just going to pay themselves, do you?
Yeah.
What is B&E Entertainment?
But yeah, they fail their audits.
Kevin McDaniels.
They fail their audits every year, and nothing comes of it. It's like if anybody other than the federal government did that, they'd be in deep fucking shit.
Yeah, look at Wesley Snipes.
There you go. That's a great
He
example.
looks like shit, by the way. Have you seen him recently?
No.
Oh, he's
Pull
wasted
him up.
away. He's like a skeleton now.
Pull him up. I want to see Wesley
In fact,
Snipes.
he looks like a sassy old black woman.
Oh, who was that just died? Some country dude. Keith, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I know Carl Weathers died.
No,
That sucks.
Keith. What was his name?
Keith. I have no idea. Toby Keith.
Toby Keith.
Yeah, that guy passed.
He did?
Yeah.
Dude.
Whoa.
So I didn't.
From cancer.
Yeah, I was
he
gonna
had
say
butthole cancer or something like that.
No, he had stomach cancer.
Oh, stomach cancer?
close
Wasn't
enough.
he? Wasn't he? He wasn't that old, was he?
62.
Oh, he's older than I
He
thought.
had
Okay.
he had pretty good hits.
Well, it's
He's a
because
popular
it's
fella.
because he became popular like in his
When
later
he was older,
years,
I
yeah.
got you.
That's
Okay.
why we think of him as younger.
Oh, okay. I don't follow country.
No,
so
I
had
didn't
no
know
idea.
any of
Again,
his
this
stuff
last
either.
10 years have been
But
fast forwarded, so it's really
Yeah.
hard.
Well,
yeah.
but I've seen him in a lot of things. Like I've seen him do like I think he's been on Bill Maher's show before, so that's how I kind of knew like his, I don't know, maybe his ideology or whatever. But no, it was weird too, because I looked up Toby Keith and looked up his pictures, and I was like, oh, I recognize that one. And then it had one of him like recently, and he was like skin and fucking bones.
Really?
Same
I
with
mean, like
Jet Li
he
and
looked like
Wesley
a skeleton
Snipes,
wearing fucking skin over it.
There's a picture
Cancer's
in
a
there
hell of a drug,
somewhere
man.
of him wearing some sort of suit, like a matching suit with a hat, and he looked. And I think it's a purple suit,
Well, there's one that's kind of.
and he is just rail thin. He's lost all his muscle.
Type in Wesley Snipes now.
Yeah, because again, it's one of those things you hate to see as actors get older.
What, right there where he's got
Looks
the
like
purple
shit,
suit? He
man.
looks like Wesley Snipes.
No, there's one that keeps floating around on TikTok. That's him. Just looks like shit. His face.
It
is
could
all
also
sunk
be
in.
fake.
Is this
No,
it right
that's
here?
him. That's part of it. Yeah, look at that. He's a fucking skeleton.
Oh, he's definitely lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
I don't know. He looks like a guy that's probably in his 60s.
But I was gonna say he
He's
is
Wesley
also
Snipes.
a bit older now.
He's older.
you know?
He is older. He's getting.
You gotta remember
that's
when
part
he
of
did
it, isn't it?
Passenger 57, he was in his 30s, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Blade.
And then Blade,
Yeah, there's
he's
him
getting
and-
towards
there's him
his
as
later
Blade,
30s.
yeah.
He was a dude that was in shape, apparently.
And that was, Blade. You got to remember that was like late '90s.
Yeah, so
the
add
first one.
30 years to that,
Yeah.
he's got to be in his 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy what he looks like.
It's
now.
crazy that he looks older than he did
And it's the
before when
first
he
thing
was
that-
younger.
The first thing that pops up when I pull mine up.
Well, Kevin's got a retarded
I
computer.
guess so, because look at that shit. I mean, his glasses are bigger than his head.
Yeah, but I don't think he looks
The
terrible.
ring's about to fall off him.
He just looks like an older dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's always been fairly fit. I don't remember ever seeing him as like a fat dude.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. There's no muscle there anymore. It looks
How
like
do you know? That
I mean,
suit is 4 times. He looks like Grimace.
That's probably why he looks so weird.
Yeah.
Is because he's in such a giant suit.
yeah, that could also be
But
it. And the
also-
fact that he's wearing like shorts.
Also,
Yeah.
dude, if you had that muscular
Yeah, and you don't
form
do
and you
anything-
don't
you
maintain
look-
it,
yeah.
then you will lose it. And it will just go
Oh.
away.
It's Kevin telling us things that we know.
No shit.
Hey guys, so if you do things and things happen, well, other things will happen too. Thanks, Kevin.
It happens all the time.
I'm Kevin.
What was that thing?
I'm here with your minute of whatever I'm
What
saying.
was that a couple
What
couple
did I
of
have
shows
a name
ago?
for that?
What?
I had a name for that. Kevin's
Oh.
useless, but it's Kevin's something about. You can't argue it because he's right, but it has nothing to do with the actual topic.
Yeah, no, it's fucking dumb.
I had some.
one of these other shows that we did, you were like, yeah, Kevin. Sometimes when you close your eyes, you fall asleep.
Well, that probably came from the fucking time when
It was one of those. moments.
It probably came from the time when you go, well, what if if I threw a flashbang, it could kill you. I'm like, probably not. You're like, what if I hit you in the head?
Yeah,
like,
I think that
what?
was it, yeah.
Why would that be? We're talking
What if I
about
hit you in
just
the head with
the
a baseball
flashbang. Yeah. What if a nuclear bomb fell out of your asshole? What? None of what you're saying makes sense.
Yeah, that it is. It was Kevin's obscure.
That's starting to sound right.
Kevin's
Obscure isms.
Obscure scenarios.
Yeah.
Nah.
Undeniable obscure scenarios. So you can't argue it.
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
There's got to be something close to that.
It's close. I like the start of it.
Scenarios.
Yeah. It ends flat though.
Because he comes up with a scenario that's kind of pertinent to the topic, but again can't be.
But
argued.
veers off into a direction that's nowhere
near. You
near.
still can't argue it because he's not wrong. You know what I mean? You can't. Well, no, actually, you're wrong. No, it's
favorite
it's valid. Metal is made of metal, so there's no change.
My favorite is when you make a point and then he just says the same thing you did.
Yeah, like when he makes a point. When you made a point. No, I got it.
Or the other one that I like too is like he'll be focusing on something on the computer and then he'll pop up like 5 minutes into the conversation and say the exact same thing in the exact same order that you said at the beginning of this conversation. And you're like, that's what we said. Yeah, I was listening. Like, okay, you don't have to get mad at us.
Yes, our bad. Sorry about that.
Jesus Christ. But it is fun, so I'm not going to tell you to stop.
Brings that spice to the show. That's what I'm saying. It's the spice to the show.
It's one of those that in the moment I'll be like, you need to stop this. But then I'm like, no, he should probably keep doing this.
Works.
It kind of rolls the show along while derailing it at the same time. It somehow works.
It's my job.
It's like when the Roadrunner draws a painting on the side of a mountain and the train's going, you know.
Yeah.
But then the Roadrunner gets back on the train, so instead of it hitting the mountain, it still goes through. So it's kind of like that scenario.
And then Wile E. Coyote
like Wile E. Coyote,
into it.
like you derail the show, we're Wile E. Coyote as the show, and then somehow the Roadrunner brings it right back. Kevin's a cartoon character.
Meep, meep.
Meep, guys, I'm Kevin. Meep, 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 Nichols.
Meep Nichols.
Any one of those signs that just says woof.
Or Acme.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
So did you guys also, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there's apparently this streamer who's kind of popular on like YouTube and stuff.
Is streamer a euphemism for urine?
No.
Striker is what it is.
But yeah,
Striker.
It's a striker.
But
there are all these strikers everywhere.
Apparently everyone thinks his girlfriend or wife disappeared, and so people think he may have murdered her. And
I mean, that's a possibility.
yeah, so I guess like someone.
Or did she just go out for cigarettes?
Well, he claims that she went on a trip
Sabbatical.
on her own, but that listen to this, that she went on the trip across Canada hitchhiking with no money. She got rid of her phone, and she has brought nothing
and
with
she
her.
She cut her own head off.
Yeah, and apparently her family's been looking for her. The police have been looking for her. Nobody can find her, and the last person that saw her was her boyfriend.
Who is this?
What a piece
His
of
name
shit,
is.
dude. I wonder what happened there.
His name is J.F. Gariepy or something. He's
Giuseppe.
I've seen him on like internet.
JFK.
I've seen
it's
him
JFK.
We found him, guys.
I've seen him on like internet debates and stuff. That's him right there.
I don't know where she went.
Yeah, and he's saying, "Well, I dropped her off," and he's got like a
what
French
the
accent.
wait. He's part of a true crime report podcast.
No,
Well, of
yeah,
course
100% he killed her.
yeah, I don't think
100%.
I don't think he is. He's got his own. It's just like
They're doing a podcast
JF
on him. Is
show or
what it
whatever.
is. That's probably
Yeah,
them
they're
doing
probably
it.
doing a
No.
podcast on him.
I was gonna say if he does a fucking true crime podcast, 100% he killed
I
her.
don't know where she went.
I don't know. You don't have anything on me, copper.
But it's funny because this other YouTuber was interviewing him and asking him all these questions, and he's like, nothing this guy is saying makes any fucking sense because apparently it like after she left, he cleaned his house, like really cleaned it.
What, you
cleaned
don't like
his
a clean
car,
house? You don't like a clean
car? Just
So
very
now I'm a criminal
suspicious
because I clean my house and car?
right after your wife disappears.
You're like, yeah, but you haven't cleaned your house in 4 years. And your wife goes
all of a
missing.
sudden,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I'm a criminal.
And
You know
he's
what?
all saying
I'm
that
beginning
she-
to think you're a murderer. You just got a housekeeper.
She already bitched
And he
about
says
it.
apparently,
And you already caved, I
and-
guarantee it.
So apparently,
Fucking
he
pussy.
says that she probably left the country. She probably left the country because apparently, in her past, she would always cross international lines, like international borders, without a passport.
Jesus
And he's
Christ.
saying so she's probably left to some other country by this point because. You know,
Does he
she
have a
doesn't
weird
need to
accent like what you just
Yeah,
gave
he's
him?
got like this weird French accent.
You got it. She nailed that accent. It's
I know,
French
right?
for sure. I mean, it sounds
Well,
Russian
she
to me.
probably went across.
Wee
the-
wee, poo poo, croissant.
Croissant.
Oh,
Oui,
look,
oui.
let's go to the Champs-Élysées.
Eloetta.
But I was watching this podcast earlier where
Est-ce que
this
je
guy
peux
was.
aller à Badulo?
This guy was
That's the
interviewing
only thing I
him.
remember from French class.
This guy
Can I
was-
go get a drink of water?
Well, this guy was interviewing him and was just picking apart everything he was saying, and I think he murdered his wife.
Yeah, well, have you ever... so I watched a lot... I love these on YouTube. Like interviews with cops where they interview a murderer and then, slowly break him down. Have you ever seen the Chris Watts stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fuck, dude. That guy, he's like, I've got this all nailed, Fucking, he murders his wife, his
Yeah.
2 daughters,
kids.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
and then fucking drives them, like he's never backed his truck into the garage before in his life.
Oh, and the neighbor.
Yeah,
is
the
that
neighbor
one
saw it.
Yeah, they're
And then-
interviewing the neighbor.
Well, Chris Watts is in the house with him while he's interviewing the neighbor, the
Yeah.
cop, and then Watts leaves, and the guy goes, "Hey, come here." He's acting fucking weird.
yeah.
He's acting. He's
I
never,
remember seeing
and he
that.
goes, "He's never parked like that before, ever, not
Yeah.
once. It's never happened." And he never leaves at that time. He always leaves like an hour later. Leaves this hour, but
Well, didn't the neighbor have like a ring camera
Yeah.
event as well? And
Yeah.
the neighbor actually watched it, or
Yeah.
Chris Watts actually
and then
watched
and then
it
he's like, "Well, they must have left out the back door."
and
Well, and
realized
also,
exactly that
I-
he was fucked.
Oh, I was watching this
Oh,
documentary
dude.
where they showed the body cam footage of the cops questioning him on his front porch.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I've seen that
He
one.
just looked fucking just so suspicious. Like his arms crossed.
But
and just
that
like-
that is not the part that, because people act so off of what you
Oh,
think they're
I
going to
mean,
act.
Well, when a
that's
cop
true,
shows
that's
up,
true.
you're always assuming you did something
Could be a
wrong.
little nervous.
No, not
just
just
'cause
that.
they're
But
there,
the
you know,
thing is, though,
questioning it, but-
people have acted super strange. It had nothing. There was a guy that admitted to murders, like the day it happened, and he's like, "Yeah, I did it." And then they found out, no, he's just a fucking weird dude.
Yeah.
That
And
happens too.
They went down that road for way too long, and the other person ended up getting other states. They finally caught that guy. I can't remember what case that was from, but dude, I mean, the dude matched all the descriptions and was like, "Yeah, I must have done it."
Yeah. my bad.
Well, he was a guy that had like a low IQ and all that shit,
Yeah.
but he was like, "Well, I must have done it, so yeah, I did it." And then,
Well, you say I did
They
it,
went
so I
down
must
that
have.
road for way too. Like it was fucking wild. This other guy could have ended up, out there murdering other people.
That's fucking wild, dude.
But no, the Chris Watts story is one of the wildest ones. Because then the cops ended up convincing him to say that he did it. But then he then tried to say, "No, my wife killed my daughters, and then I killed her, and then I hid the bodies." But one of the craziest parts was when he hid the bodies of his daughters, he hid them in this fucking like oil thing. I don't know what it was. It looked kind of like a silo. But he climbed up to the top, and their bodies wouldn't fit, and he's just jamming them through. And this is his fucking
God,
daughter.
dude, that's-
Like, I get it. They're dead already. Not like, you're not going to harm them. But at the same time, it's like, that's also your kid. Like, I could get it. You're just pushing an animal through something. Like, what,
Did he
have
ever
less feelings.
Did he ever say why he did these
Well,
things?
I mean, it was pretty obvious when so like he tried to, he's like, "Oh, just keep my fucking affair out of this."
Oh,
And
he's
it's like-
having an affair.
Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, just don't bring her into." The cops are like, "We've already interviewed her."
Yeah.
Oh my
like she's
God.
part of this now.
So fucking because he was fucking another
Yeah,
woman, he
that's
killed
why.
his wife and kids.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit.
And
Fucking
it-
rotten hell, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
my God.
Yep,
That's disgusting.
That was the whole gist of it, that and like, if he doesn't have that financial burden anymore, and I get that.
Well,
That's why
that
I
I can
think-
understand.
That's why I
You
think
know, I
that
can appreciate
this
that.
is
because
why I think abortion
to
should be
save-
till they're 6.
Well, there was another reason why I agreed to abortion. There was something similar to that. It proved that abortion's probably not a bad thing. I think it was a girl that killed her parents.
Did you guys watch that video I sent? This comic has a great joke about that. He's like, "I don't get it. They're fucking passing all these laws to get rid of abortion." And he's like, But with the school shootings, we're gonna get those kids eventually.
That's what it was. It was that one parent that got
I was
convicted.
like, that's fucking great.
That's what it reminded me of. Is that one parent that was recently convicted for involuntary manslaughter because her son went to school and shot 4 kids, and she's getting 15 years for it.
Yeah, well, it depends.
That just happened.
It depends. What were the circumstances?
yeah.
I need to know that part.
What the story goes is she bought her son a gun and didn't know anything about guns. She just bought it for him.
Yeah, that's a bad move already.
So that was a dumb move. And so the other part of it was she didn't have it locked up. He just kept it in his backpack. And in fact,
that's also a bad move.
as
Okay,
it turned out-
she should probably go to prison.
as it turns out, the principal had his hands on the backpack the day of with the gun and ammunition in it.
But didn't look in there?
Didn't search it, just gave it back to him and said, hey, that's kind of a heavy backpack.
Well, yeah.
So the principal obviously lost his
So
job
everybody
too.
made mistakes.
But now
Big
the
time.
dad's coming into it, and dad goes to court next month.
Well,
For
why
the
would the
same-
dad go?
Same thing.
They were both in the same house?
Yep. Involuntary
Look,
manslaughter.
I'm sorry. I
4
do-
counts.
How old is the kid?
Oh, it doesn't cover. I don't know how old he was, and I don't know if he had siblings. But
Man, you
imagine
brought
the
in a
siblings.
lot of information.
Well, I can't remember his name. This was all over the news the other day, and I don't remember names.
And I don't listen to it.
Let me look it up really quick. But I'm pretty sure it was.
Look, the way you're describing it, she did things that were very negligent.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, she should at least, I don't know if she, maybe negligent homicide
Well,
in that,
yeah.
which is lower than manslaughter, but
I mean, yeah, she definitely deserves some kind of punishment.
yeah, there's some culpability here.
for sure.
Yeah, that's what the big consensus was. It's like, yeah, she fucked up.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
But again, that's
Like,
my argument. That's my argument for abortion. If
And-
she
and
would
this
have had an
kid-
abortion, that would never happen.
And this kid was
Yeah.
in high school? Was
Yeah,
that-
I want to say.
Well, the thing is, like, I remember I grew up with guns. You know,
Yeah.
the guns were locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. And then even that one kid that shot his teacher, and they blamed the mother for it as well. And he was like I think it was like 3rd grade or something like that. Shot his teacher. She survived.
Oh.
Sued the school and all that shit.
Well, I remember there was a recent one where this kid, the mom wouldn't buy him a game on his fucking Xbox. This is why Xboxes are bullshit. So he went, grabbed a gun, and fucking shot and killed her. He was 6.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And didn't, after it was like, no, she deserved it. Like, what the fuck? She's like,
She wouldn't let me play Call of Duty.
I really
that-
wanted that game.
Her name is Jennifer Crumbly, and that's the mother of Ethan Crumbly. And I think they can't give too much information. Well, they should be able to, because the kid got life.
Yeah.
I mean-
well, they gave him his name already.
Yeah. And this is in Michigan. And
But the way it sounds like she did kind of, you know, I don't know what the behavior of the kid was before.
she was 45, or she's 45 when she got convicted. I mean, if you don't know about
Tim
guns,
just
obviously,
looks at-
what I'm saying is, if you don't know about guns, don't buy your kid a fucking gun.
No.
Number one.
First off, like when I learned guns when I was a kid, I learned the safety rules. You learn the safety. I went through hunter's education when I was a kid. First off, I was going to go hunting, but the other reason was because my dad said, "No, you need that."
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on with your
Well, that's
stupid
part of
cat?
Boy Scouts for me as well. As they taught all
Yeah.
about gun
I
safety.
did Boy
Yeah.
Scouts.
Even
and then
with
my,
knife
my
safety,
dad
too,
taught
like
me
so
how
many
to,
rules and
be
shit
safe.
about
They taught you
guns
about
and all
safe
that.
sex.
No, they didn't. They did
Oh,
not
they were
use-
rough?
Yeah, they didn't use any type of protection
Now that was at the
whatsoever.
bordello.
They're like, look, if you use enough sap, it's like lubricant.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's not. This is sticky.
Look, spit is nature's lubricant. Watch. Yeah, that's pretty
so you
much
had
how
the
it worked.
normal Boy Scout experience.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. I mean, I learned a lot. I grew. He grew a lot.
Right in your hand.
Yeah.
He did have the normal Boy Scout experience.
Yeah. Today, kids, we're going to learn about the totem chip.
Guys, we're going to learn about tying knots. Put your hands behind your back.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God.
Well, hey, look, you had a terrible experience in Boy
Playful
Scouts.
secrets.
You had,
Jesus.
Apparently, it happened a lot.
look, you learned in the Boy Scouts about, sex.
The thing is
Kevin learned about it from his mom.
the organization still exists,
he was
even
homeschooled.
though it has been brought to
The
attention.
Catholic Church still exists,
It's fucking
Tim.
wild,
It's fucking crazy.
and they don't even try to cover it up anymore. You know what happened? We'll pay
the
them.
Catholic Church at one point did this. They said,
They would just move priests to a
You've
different.
been
Naughty.
You've been accused of molesting like 5 people here. We're gonna send you to the deaf school so nobody can fucking turn you in.
They'd move him 2 towns
That's
over.
what they did. They did this. They literally did this to one. They took a guy from like the East Coast and moved him to a deaf Catholic school.
Fuck.
And then he kept doing it, which is weird, right?
What a surprise.
You would think that the change of scenery would change how this guy was.
They didn't want to sully his reputation. He he was an upstanding citizen. They
Yeah.
didn't really
Well,
do
I-
that
Oh, yeah.
for him.
Of course.
I mean, technically,
Think of his family. You know what I mean? They
if
don't
you-
need that type
look,
of guff.
if you think about it, Ted Bundy wasn't that bad of a guy, except for those few times he did stuff.
Yeah.
He was,
In general,
he was in general more good than bad.
that's how we should do our assessments from here on out.
Bill Cosby. There were plenty of times he didn't rape chicks.
yeah.
Think of all the times he didn't.
And that way,
Throw that on your scales of
Go ahead
justice.
and weigh that.
That's what I'm saying.
Ted Bundy was in law school.
Yeah, Ted Bundy was fighting for people.
Rights.
Yeah, the rights to drive around.
He
with
liked the
someone's
game.
head.
He worked at a suicide hotline. He saved many lives.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
They
'cause he
they
was
don't
trying
put
to
that into
murder them.
account. Yes. Meet me here and I'll save your life.
Yeah. And then
Oh,
I'll
you
drive,
want to die? That makes sense.
And then I'll drive around in my Volkswagen Bug with your head giving me head. That's what he did.
Awesome.
He drove around with a fucking severed head, and he's like, I better fuck it.
He really loved those Volkswagen Bugs too.
He only had one.
I want
Oh,
one.
he stole one too when he was
Yeah,
like in
that's true.
Florida.
Yeah.
But you also got to remember, back then, there were bugs everywhere.
That's true.
It was one of the cheapest cars you could buy.
Yeah.
Most reliable as well. So easy to fucking
Yeah,
work
Volkswagens were,
on.
yeah. That was
Easy
back
as
before
fuck.
they had all the electrical problems.
You could fix it with a fucking belt, like literally a belt around your waist.
Chewing gum.
Yeah. Duct tape was
You had a ball of twine.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh man, we're gonna get there.
yeah. Piss in the tank again. We need to go another.
Well,
2
that was
miles.
actually Ted Bundy's defense. He was like, that's not a rape kit. That's to fix my car.
You drive a bug? Yes. Oh, okay. That makes
well,
a lot
go
more
ahead,
sense.
sir.
Sorry
You and your
about that.
knife, belt, rope, chloroform.
Yeah.
What's that ski mask for? Oh, it's an extra oil cap.
Yeah. It's my wash rag. So, look, I get dirty working on my car.
The windshield wiper doesn't work. I got to reach around.
Yeah.
Clean that off.
Tim knows about
all
reach-arounds.
all too well, actually. Especially when it comes to keeping things clean.
So so this guy definitely, you're saying, I mean, it makes sense that he'd probably killed her.
He probably did.
The story seems weird. Do we have any video of him talking about it?
Please,
'Cause I
wanna
wouldn't-
hear
I wouldn't-
his
honestly, I wouldn't
terrible
mind
French
seeing-
accent. His fake French accent.
If it sounds exactly like Kevin, I'm gonna be like, Kevin, sorry, I take it back. I take it back.
well done.
He just goes, wee, meh, meh, meh. And then,
then-
I'm Kevin McDougall.
That's what it is. His cat's trying to get food. His dish is empty. He's getting pissed at me.
Well, yeah, you should feed your fucking animals.
Yeah, fuck it.
I get it. Neglect is your name.
Neglect
Okay.
is my name?
Yeah, neglect.
So here's an 8-minute one of him talking about.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Give it about 30 seconds. How's that sound?
We'll end it with this, I guess. Oh, we could watch the whole thing and end it out with this. This guy talking about murdering his girlfriend, but not really.
For everyone, including violence, coarse language, and unfiltered opinions.
I like how we do no research beforehand, so we have to sit through 30 seconds of a fucking disclaimer.
There he is.
From
My wife.
the show is that there were big
This is
changes
my mother.
here in
She's
the
43.
home.
Very nice. This guy's fucking.
Family once
It's
again.
what's his name?
She oldest
Borat.
lady in all of Kazakhstan.
My name is Borat.
It's not something that I wanted, but it is just that's just what it is. I mean, I've been covering.
Why has he got
for-
the American flag back there?
for
He's
many
definitely
He's
not
from
American.
Canada. Yeah.
Women are just unstable. and
He's
as
like
long
French
as
Canadian.
you constrain them
Yeah, this guy
legally
killed his
to
wife.
stay with you, they will choose,
I just don't like him.
Yeah, so I can tell just by looking at him.
Well, it
This
says here, it
motherfucker
says-
murdered her.
First time
choose
JF
a
Gariepy
stable
talks Mama
relationship.
JF.
So
That's what
it's
they
as
call his
simple as
girlfriend, Mama
this.
JF.
Civilization
Missing.
is
Blames
either
feminism and
polygamous,
scrubs their
crack
home.
whore-based civilization, or it's a marriage-based one, and men must be the one.
Did you say marriage-based
Marriage?
one?
Marriage.
We have
It's a marriage.
give
Yeah,
up
this guy's
our
got a
principles for choice and liberty, and
Liberty.
that's just what it is.
Classies.
Now, I will not say anything bad about.
Oh
Mama
no, he's
JF.
Canadian, but
Yes,
he's
it is
the
honorable
French Canadian.
and
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
Wow,
it
you
is.
just got that.
Yeah, okay, that makes
Welcome
a lot
to the
more
show.
sense now.
Comment on
Holy
the
shit.
details and all, but
Yeah,
as
not doing
I've
that
done
enough. You need to
last
start
time,
spitting.
I will simply repeat the
Dude, when
same
I was in
thing.
Canada, lived up there for a while.
I did not
Boy,
choose
did
this.
all the people
I
that I knew in
truly
British
believe in
Columbia
monogamy
hate the French.
Yeah, they do.
and,
Canadians hate the
well,
French Canadians.
Well, because I guess every summer
and
the
yet
French
I'm
Canadians
faced
would
with
come
a
from
world
Quebec
of
and just like
females who
live in the mountains
follow their whims
and then like
emotions
bug
and
everyone. They were all
opinions,
hippies,
you
Yeah.
know, it's,
so they would have hated
she
you.
was honorable in the
They're
process
like,
and
oh,
that she
patchouli.
didn't do anything
Yuck.
to destroy
Oh, Canadians
me
hate
or
hippies?
to
Oh.
destroy
They
the
hated them
family,
because
and so
all the French guys that
THREEDAYZ
came over and chicks were all hippies.
that's
Oh.
it.
All of them.
I'm continuing life. These 3 days, I needed them.
Oh,
to
good. Now he's
rearrange
got the
my
Quebec
setup.
flag.
Yep.
Things are different when
Different.
there's not someone
Nut.
around. I need to set up different things.
I don't know if that's actually the Quebec
that
flag, but it's
relates
close.
to
Yeah, I
my
don't
tasks
know
in the home. I'm now in charge of keeping the home clean and everything, and honestly, it's like it's a takeover
Look,
of the home.
I didn't realize after murdering my
Because
wife, I'd have to
Jeff,
do
I
all
was
the
You're
dishes.
right.
These chores suck. Now I know why she bitched so much.
Placed,
I'm gonna have to hire another fucking wife or something.
she was determining what she was doing. But now that I'm
Dude,
the, head
the
of
fact
the
that he's
home,
almost
I like
cracking
things a
up
little
during all of
cleaner.
this.
I, like
Yeah.
things
I killed her.
a little more clean. I like things
I don't want to say it out loud, but yeah, I did it.
I'll drop some hints just to prove it.
Yeah.
I'm a guy of,
Well, like in the other interview, he's
I
like,
want
"I'm not."
access
The
to
guy was like, "Well, aren't you
everything.
worried
Jeff
about her?"
would
And he's like, "No, I'm not.
constantly,
I'm not worried about her.
back
She's.
the fridge,
I'm sure she's
all
fine."
of
You know, you don't
know?
have to do that anymore. The accent doesn't work for you.
Not do it. No,
No.
I can't do a French accent.
I can't either. That's why I'm not trying.
Yeah.
She would eat
Just
it.
like I said, talk like
I'm more like
Borat.
a
That's
guy
pretty much all you got to do with this
fridge
guy.
where I can access each of the
With a lisp.
important ingredients,
Kevin comes in next week with
ketchup,
one of those fucking
relish,
thong
mustard,
bikinis on.
and I don't
Like, Kevin, no, don't be the whole
Don't
character.
dress like
Nicolas
Borat.
What are you
Cage
doing?
Says, Mama JF, please come
I'm
back.
tanning.
We'll see if she comes back like last time. At this point, I'm not counting on anything.
Of course not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
of
she's
course
buried.
Yeah.
Over time, I've just become just
Huh? What?
totally shelled from this because it's
Oh,
like
fake crying coming on.
Yep.
to me
Here
so
comes the crocodile
often,
tears.
So often that woman
I'm
will
so sad that
make
I
you
had to
commit
bury a
into
knife in her
lifestyle,
chest.
make you commit into
I have to
terrible
clean my own
things,
house
and then They
now.
will just disappear and ruin
I like your
life in the
shitty accent better
process.
than Kevin's.
I've learned
Trying
from
to be French.
having my life wrecked
He is a
in
lot
many
Well,
closer.
no, his is nowhere fucking near it. But
Closer than mine.
before I got it,
no, yours is
and
actually
I
closer.
understood that
My
you
point
have
still
to set
stands.
your
His
life
bad attempt
as
is
such
better.
That your woman will
I don't know why.
leave you, and that is that should be a black pill to anyone in the chat. Because
What's a black
here
pill?
I am with complete freedom.
I
complete
think it's like.
support.
Huh,
I
he's
can
got he's
offer
he's now
to
going,
any woman
man, it's so terrible that my wife left. I'm
your
completely
life,
free.
I poisoned her with black pill.
Yeah.
And here you can do whatever
This is
you
what
want
he's doing.
with
He's
the woman
admitting
you
to a
want
murder
this
in
floor
code.
yours.
Dude,
Yeah,
that would
right?
actually be fucking brilliant.
Even when you get
Guys
to that
admits to
point, with
everything in
the
code.
reserves and everything.
And because the
You
French
know-
police
you
don't
know-
know English,
you know
they're
what's-
like, oh, we can't figure this out. No
To
no
the
translation.
You know what's even weirder about this guy?
Just
Before he was a
women are-
podcaster,
they are
he
all
was a
crack horse
Canadian
deep inside,
eugenicist.
and some of them
He's like
can
written
hide it for
papers and
temporary
Yeah, no, that's why he got rid of his wife. He doesn't want to have children.
Right?
He probably shouldn't.
She
procreate.
probably was pregnant, and that's why he did it. He's like, well, we can't have this.
Yes, that's you know what. Now we're getting into the weeds.
That
here.
happens.
That's probably what
Look,
happened.
I figured out the fentanyl shit.
Yeah.
We're figuring this out now.
themselves into living in poverty.
10 seconds into it, we've got this guy fucking pegged for a murderer.
Why aren't we detectives?
Killed his wife and his unborn child.
When
Yeah.
it
We should
wrecks
just
the
solve
life of
cases
children.
on
And
this
right
show
now
from
he's
now
telling
on.
us about it. We just
And
need to listen.
And I like how he's just like, oh, look, American flag. Look, I'm freedom. Everything's good.
Mama JF has
Budweiser beer,
everything that matters in life.
big cheeseburgers.
Most
Your
of
accent's so
life.
bad, it's great.
So
That's what it is. It's so bad, it's good. Kevin's is trying to get too close to it. That's why it doesn't work.
Ford motor
I
car.
just figured out why his is
that's
better.
why I have
Because
to
it's
take
so
3
bad
days.
that it works.
So much cleaning,
Like, if you had just done a
so much
absolute
reinstalling,
shit
so
accent,
much
it would have been great.
Plastering of the walls, construction, renovation. I wanted to set the home.
He's got her buried
where
in
I
his
like it.
walls.
Yeah, no, she's actually Soylent Green now.
Yep.
That's how he
He
eats.
just said he wants to sterilize the house.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like, anyone got any ammonium or ammonia? Not ammonium.
No, he calls it ammonium.
I just
Yeah.
ran out of lye.
Because I could.
Wait, did I say I lied? No, I was joking.
Just too much things in it. It's like,
See, now he's doing hand signals.
Brain,
Yeah. He's like, they know.
Yeah.
I can't even say it. Bald bat brains, little hair.
He hit her with a bat, knocked her brains out.
Baseball bat.
So
knocked her
apparently
brains out.
she's been missing since June 2023.
Oh my God. And she's rotting in his walls.
But I'm back into what matters in the fridge. I like it that way.
She's in the fridge.
She's in the fridge.
What the most important part of her is in the fridge? Her
Yeah.
vagina.
Yeah, no, he's got that.
You know, in your plans in life.
Like I
needed
sewed it up to
time
my
look at that
real
moment
doll.
and see, all right, where am I headed in life? Do I
I'm just
want
about to install her uterus into my
attach
real
myself
doll.
Well,
to a
you
new
guys
woman?
remember that
I
there was
think
that
I
doctor
may
that
not
did that?
actively seek a woman.
He took one of his patient, or
although
it wasn't
if
his
there are
patient. I think it was his wife. She
who
died too
are
young,
seeking
right? Like in her
insemination,
20s or
I
whatever,
would be
and so he
available at this
kept her.
point. But
Yeah.
I think,
As a
I've
sex
done
toy?
enough in
Well, and
my
then
life.
fashioned a vagina
I've
because she started
sacrificed
rotting
enough
away.
of my emotional and wealth.
Yeah, this
Emotional
happened in like
health and
1910 or
Well, there's
something.
that group of hippies.
That's a
that
very
saved
Ed
that one
Gein
lady.
thing to do.
Dude, it was before Ed Gein.
Wow.
This was like last year. They did a video on Netflix about the lady, the leader of this cult that had died.
I'm not going
And
to
all the cultists
solicit
just
it. I'm not going
kept
to
her in
do
bed
it.
and cuddled with her.
Just
He said, well, she was still moving. Yeah, that's because,
new
you
woman.
know.
The maggots.
No, it was literally her, the gases releasing from
Oh,
her
yeah,
body
yeah.
that she was rotting.
I can now care
Yeah, I remember
for
when they
the
found, what
future
was it,
and also
Lane
take
Staley?
some time to
They
enjoy
found him
life
2
rather
weeks
than
after he had
always
died,
be at the
Jesus.
and
service
in Florida
of
heat.
these emotional wrecks.
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess he was just like
no,
a balloon.
I'm not
Oh,
taking
God.
the gay pill, Callum.
I think he was in the bathtub. He's like, oh man, she's dead.
He just said,
I
I'm
don't
not taking
care
the
that
gay
much
pill.
about sex that I would
What?
want to
What does
be
that even mean?
She called him a
I-
faggot.
I think somebody in
Cut
his
that out.
chat asked him if he was going
It's
to
just,
go gay or
I
something.
just don't like sex all that much.
All right, dude.
What the fuck
Go
is
fuck
wrong with
yourself,
that
you
guy?
miserable piece of shit.
That guy, dude, there's something up with that guy. Like, I mean, besides the French part.
Here's the guy saying, I'm calling it now. Mama JF found CP on his PC and he killed her.
Yep. Believe it.
I mean, that could happen.
He just told us he murdered her. We
Yeah,
just
he's
didn't-
like, she's in the fridge, guys.
We just needed to listen.
Dude, yeah, no, the guy definitely
Everybody's
talking
like-
in code.
She's buried somewhere.
Dude, she.
Where's the body, JF?
But the thing is, though, remember, like all these guys seem to think that they're gonna get away with it, and even
Yeah.
women that do this, they always seem to think that they're gonna get away with it because they're like, I haven't been caught in a week. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know,
If
it's
they
like
haven't figured it out by now. I'm
Yeah.
golden.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you know,
I've played Clue before.
Yeah.
I know that they're never gonna get this.
I
it's
watched
like,
the
no,
48
the
hours.
cops are just building a case against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're combing through everything you say.
Yep.
But I mean, this happens so many times, like with big profile cases where like the whole family went missing. It's like, except for the one person that probably did it.
Yeah.
It seems a little odd.
Yeah.
You know, like we were talking that Chris Watts was one. Well, I mean, fucking Casey Anthony. It was fairly obvious that she did it.
Oh, for sure.
That went on for so fucking long.
Yeah.
Like, too long.
well, then she went partying like the next day.
The
Well,
same
and
day.
you know what?
Yeah.
Just recently they did. I watched it at my house. There was this documentary they did where
But she's a lovely angel,
or-
Kevin. Don't talk fucking
No,
bad
where
about
they-
my lovely angel.
where they did lie detector tests on both her parents, and they both passed the lie detector test. So I mean, that
I
doesn't.
don't know what that means.
It didn't mean shit.
Well, it still helps their side a bit. Polygraph. done
Nobody
by
said that they
FBI
did
guys.
it.
No, but I know that. But
No,
I'm
they
saying
knew
they
about
still
it, 'cause
did.
it
They
was-
still.
her body was found on their property.
They still did the lie
It was
detector
actually found
test
a
to
couple
try to
blocks-
prove their
No,
side
on a
of
river
the story.
behind their house.
Because Casey Anthony's still blaming them for it, or blaming the dad. I mean,
Oh, yeah, she's a liar.
grandpa
We
or
already know
whatever.
that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they still did the polygraph test administered by an FBI. Polygraph
Yeah, but
guy.
polygraph tests are bullshit.
Yeah,
They're not admissible, but still,
They're
it still
bullshit.
helps
They're-
their side
They're
of the
bullshit.
story.
They're like 70% accurate, and 70% is not good enough
I
for fucking
understand that.
anything.
It's still
Don't
helps
bring
their
it
side.
up if it doesn't
Stop
apply.
fucking
Jesus,
bringing it up, Kevin.
God
Look
damn
at
it.
Kevin. Polygraphs are great.
Shut up!
You can determine everything off a polygraph.
I like how he's basically Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see the penguin?
Forgot about the penguin. Oh, I see what's happening here. So sorry to interrupt.
And this is what I picture. Every mail day, Kevin goes out. Oh, look, she-mails.
Naughty magazine day. Naughty magazine day.
Just remember that was like his third fucking magazine. Chicks with Dicks, I think was what it was called. It's so fucking funny. Dude.
Oh, God.
His first two movies were definitely great.
That's
They were his best.
Billy
solidified his
Madison
career right there was those
and
movies.
Happy Gilmore
Happy
were the
Gilmore.
first two, right?
Those are still two of his best.
Yep.
Happy Gilmore's my favorite, but I play hockey, you know.
No, I'd say out of the two, Happy Gilmore I prefer over
Yeah.
Billy Madison.
Yeah, same here. I mean, Billy Madison's got some great parts, but Happy Gilmore's funny the whole time.
It's the random parts of Billy Madison are fucking
yes,
amazing.
Yeah.
yes, they
fuck
are
yeah.
definitely a level above
Yeah.
the good parts in Happy
Like, dude,
Gilmore.
there's just-
but Happy Gilmore's a laugh riot the
Like
whole
when
time.
Chris Farley and Norm Macdonald
Yes.
they steal the kids' sack lunches. they're sitting there eating them, just cracking up.
Who would steal 60 sack lunches?
They're just sitting outside the bus.
Giggling the whole time he's eating them.
Well, here's the one thing that I love is that Adam Sandler talking about like Norm Macdonald on it, how he like didn't know what his name was in the fucking movie, so Adam would talk to him and say his name, and he'd just sit there, and he'd be like,
That's
"What?
your name.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, who am I?" Like that was him. That was him like the whole time. Apparently, it was fucking great. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like Norm. And the thing is, now you got to think: was Norm doing it as a bit?
Good question, huh?
Or was he
Because that's his
just
comedy style.
That is his comedy style to
Yep.
fucking take something that's so small and make it way bigger than it is.
That's probably.
And he
you're
did that with
probably right.
the jokes that he told on Conan O'Brien. Those were the best because he'd do like a 10-minute joke that had the worst punchline in the world, but it was the journey.
Here's
Right.
your $2.
That's what I. Hey, they actually have Norm Macdonald on there?
Two of them.
Wow.
10
What's the
second,
other
like
one?
a split second of.
What does that have to do with 9/11?
Here's your $2. 9/11.
All right. I get it. I get it.
All right, that's not too bad. All right, well, shit.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys for listening to the show. Come check us out on our social media pages.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, rate and review. Like, comment or something. I don't know. If you want to be on the show, email us at...
We haven't got an email yet.
Yeah, we do. Garbage
No, we-
Pail Skids Podcast at gmail.com.
No one has emailed us yet, is what I'm saying.
No.
Email us.
Oh, shit. Your IP's exposed.
Oh, no.
Kevin's internal penis. You get it?
It's very internal.
He's got a small dick. All right,
Comes
goodbye.
out of my anus.
Goodbye, everybody. Ad time, guys.
Hey, if you get a chance, check out velvet-alley.com for all your adult needs. Strokers, pads, and dildos. Check them out. velvet-alley.com.
And go to Coffee Brand Coffee for all your coffee needs. Use the coupon code GPS1 to get 5% off your purchase.
Kevin, what's your favorite coffee?
All of them.
No, I mean, what's your favorite seasonal coffee? Which one
Pumpkin
have you
spice.
bought the most of?
The pumpkin spice.
Fuck you. All right, goodbye, everybody.